Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Not Fine podcast, and today I'm here with
Era the dude.
we're going to be talking about a lot of touchy things. But first, let me ask Era this question. Era, what is love?
Repeat the question.
What is love? This question, they say, is as old as time itself. A query so common, yet so unique. One that has been asked by the majority of the human race. The sheer complexity that lies within the combination of these three simple words has my mind in a constant state of awe. How is it that some of the greatest minds to have ever walked the face of the earth have pondered and pondered upon this topic, giving rise to thousands, no, millions of literature? Yet humanity has been left even more clueless than when we first began. It's interesting. As you can probably tell by now, this question has come to be my bane as well. And though I do aspire to be named amongst the company of the greatest minds aforementioned, I do not claim to be a part of them now.
No worry, you will not be part of them. That was an interesting piece.
Interesting piece. Is a good
I want to ask you, you said you have not found the actual meaning of love. Have you? What's your experience with love as at now?
Well,
Do you think love can actually be defined, or you have to experience it to know the definition?
I would say maybe more of the latter, because some things are more, they're harder to define when you've not experienced it. You would think you're right, but until you experience it, you may not know the depths of the definition. Take something like grief, for example. If you've not lost someone, you know that losing someone is bad. But then when you've lost someone, you know it more. So yeah, I would say experience has to be part of the definition of something like love.
So love is experiential, and I heard someone say that when we say that God is love, it's like an anthropomorphic way of understanding God, because we don't know who God is, and we don't even know what love is, but we can just try to understand. So you still don't have, I will be guessing that you still don't have words to fully say this is what love is.
Yeah.
And the reason why we're here having this conversation is because of your album. I really enjoyed that album, Romeo, Juliet, and God.
Thank you. Yeah.
There's some songs that stand out for me. The album is like a journey. Guys, you guys should listen to the album. It's like a journey from the beginning till the end. There's this song you did. What's the name of that song, Seth? My World.
Yeah.
My World.
My world.
That's where I want to have. I'm hoping that we can bring that experience to life in this conversation.
Okay.
Before we begin to talk about the song, I think I want to hear the song. So please, DJ.
Valid.
DJ Dangs.
Come on.
Please play You're My World for me, so that the people can hear. You guys should listen to this song. Trust me, you will enjoy it.
The way you glowed in the sun. Ever since I saw you, there've been hearts in my eyes. The way you glowed in the sun, it made my heart wanna fly. And from that day till now, your beauty still throws me. You're the reason I can say I know what love is. It's how you love me.
Someone
I
is
never
releasing
knew
you what
it
love
even existed.
Not
How
even
you
God.
make me
Come on. You wrote things.
It's far beyond words, yeah. You are my winter's kiss. You are the summer in my soul. You turn my falls into sweeter springs. When I found you, I just trust you. You are my world. You're my world. You're my world. You are my world. You're my world. You're my world. When I think all about you, it still feels like a dream. 'Cause I'm amazed at the way you see the beauty in me.
Okay, so Era,
Yeah. My world.
Just how much you love me.
you sounded really assertive. Like how? First of all,
Yeah.
you know I didn't even introduce you. I will introduce you at some point. I will introduce you at some point in this conversation.
Interesting. Shouldn't be.
Are you
wrong.
a PDA guy? Do you know what PDA is?
I am. I mean, I do. And presently, maybe. Yeah, I think I can say I am to an extent. At
For
least.
the kind of person that I know that you are, and
Right?
your temperament,
Right?
for the kind of person that the people that know you behind this camera, I don't think you say yes. I didn't think you say yes.
Yeah, exactly. I
How-
don't think I'll say yes as well.
How are you a PDA person? For those of you that know what PDA is public display of affection. Usually in relationships, like Era is trying to tell us that now if he's walking on the street with his girlfriend, he'll hold her hands. I mean, if he can write a whole song and release it.
Right?
So,
Right.
but walk me through that.
So it's funny. I actually see it as a flex because of my personality and the fact that I'm an introvert, as a few people might not believe so. But because of that, I feel like not the bare minimum, but a minimum level of PDA already goes a long way to whoever I am with, because they know that this is not my comfort zone. So if I'm even doing something not necessarily small, but something public, it shows that this guy is going out of his way to show the level of affection he has for me. So it's like, oh, that's cool. I don't need to do the most, but sometimes. So if you now do the most, it's like, oh my God,
Yeah.
that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
but so what's happening in your head when you are showing those things?
Yeah, honestly, maybe to a large extent, I don't know if it was at some point or maybe all the while, but I've never really been too big of someone who cares about people's opinions like that. Though I am a reserved person, but then if I need to do something, or I see the need to do something, I may not necessarily care so much about what other people may think, as opposed to what the person I'm doing it for will think. And
I'm just learning that now.
Oh, really?
I honestly used to think that
Yeah.
people are shy because they are thinking about what other people will say.
Oh yeah, that's valid, and there's that aspect, and I think some people are just shy because it's funny enough about that. Even that song, "Shy Self." Some people are shy / introverted just because it's how they are, not necessarily because.
Yeah, they're just melancholic and
Yeah.
they just want to.
Yeah, some
they have
people
a
just
whole world
assume.
in their mind and they're just
True,
living there.
True.
And
Some
they
people
don't
assume
really care
that.
about you.
I'm telling you, people assume that everybody's an extrovert hidden, just that they are not confident enough to reveal their true selves in quotes. And yeah, to an extent, that's true for some people. But for some people, they're just like, yeah, I'm a chill guy.
So now going to the song,
Yeah.
you were so
Questions.
assertive in your lyrics. And I'm like, you wrote a song and you released the song.
Apparently so.
When we're having a conversation behind the scene, when we're talking about
Yeah.
how that we'll have this talk on camera, you told me how that song came to life. Do you want me to tell them or you want to tell them?
Oh please, why not? Let me go ahead.
Okay.
That song, My World, was a request to be written by My World. By then, indeed, I was given the task to create a song for us for our relationship, and it was interesting. I wrote one first of all that didn't click.
Okay.
Yeah, funny enough, I don't even know if I still have that thing somewhere, but I decided to go again, and she was kind of alright with it, but I decided to go again. And when I went again, I really can't remember I'm pretty sure that the chorus came first. No, I think the first few lines came first.
Okay.
Funny enough, this is not the first song that I wrote for that relationship, but then that's by the way. That one is for us. Huh. But anyways, yeah, this song, I think the first few lines came because they are very true. The song is really a true song about what our relationship was and the fact that the verse 2, the entirety of the verse 2 was written based on lyrics given by her, and I made them into verse 2. So it's really...
You're good. Oh. I think this is a good place to introduce you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is a good place.
So.
You are like, introduce yourself.
Okay. I'm Era the Dude. Eluvia by actual government name, and I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, and general aspiring music professional. Yeah. So.
And I think I also call him a creative.
Generally, yeah.
He's a creative and very good at what he does.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate.
I've known Era. Era was a year my junior in secondary school. And at that time, he was in chapel doing all the musical stuff. I think he became the chapel prefect and all that stuff. So he's good at what he does. So you said she gave you lyrics and you were able to bring it into music. Yeah. And you wrote that song. For me, it's when I listen to that song, I feel the life. I mean, it's one of the songs that, you know how love songs can be. When you're listening to a love song and you are literally seeing your babe. Yeah. And you are seeing your life story and you're like, that's the kind of song you send to your babe when you want to whine her.
Come on. Let's go for whining songs.
Not really whining self. No, I mean, when you want to bring your relationship alive, you send that kind of song and she can... I think one of the good things you did with that song was because some artists can be very stingy. You did not put her name there, like Watermark.
Oh yeah,
just hear Oriente or something. Like,
oh my God.
So there's no way to personalize it. But when it's my world, I mean, me too. I can just say she's my world, and
that's very valid.
The song makes sense to her. So when I listen to that song, and I now listen to the next song.
Oh my God.
I listened to the next song. I think he titled it Epilogue, My World, so on Epilogue. The same album. That's the end of the album. It creates a contradiction in my mind.
Very valid one.
Where's my DJ?
Come on. Man with many caps.
Because, man, how would you go from my world to...
Really, it's life.
Let's hear the song. Let's hear the song.
Oh my God.
And there's something you did there that is calmer, sadder.
Yeah, it's a little slower too.
Yeah.
I remember when I wrote that song, and I was in love.
Facts.
The kind of love that would make you sit and start thinking of. So I guess it's kind of sad that things didn't work out. But it's been quite a while and I'm sure it was for the best. But though we went our separate ways, I got no regrets about the time that we shared. 'Cause I can't deny that were my winter skies.
That's coming in like
you were the summer.
I can still literally feel that.
So you turned my fall.
That first song is still valid. Like it does not cancel the first song. It still feels like, my world is still real, but I'm now outside that wall. And
doesn't demolish that wall.
Yeah. So it's like an experience I've had, and I'm now in a place where, I mean, where were you now? Were you, if your world had crumbled, where were you?
Oh, outer space. Oh, that's not bad. Maybe I'll write a song.
Yeah, because you also said that I have no regrets. So you literally did not demolish that world. It was a legit world. It was something you enjoyed doing. It was something you probably do again. Because I think there's a line there that said, I can't really remember it word for word, but it was like, it didn't work out. Yeah, that was the line. It didn't work out. So
Because it's kind of sad.
yeah, we failed, but we can't kill ourselves. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I need you to help me see where you were when you wrote this next song. How were you able to get to that point?
Well, there's a facade that the two songs paint, because I released them very close to each other.
Okay.
They're part of the same project, but then between those two songs is at least 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
Oh no, actually a lot more, maybe 5, 6 to be honest, from when I wrote the first to the second, because after My World, of course, at this point you would understand that the world came to an end at a point.
Yeah.
And there was a breakup. Between that breakup and the time I wrote this song, it wasn't instant, that's for sure. So there was time that brought about healing for both parties, I would imagine.
So speaking to Era the Dude helped me understand that it's possible to be an introvert, not because you are shy. Most people hide their inability to do stuff, especially showing of love to the person they are committed to, behind their temperament. And I just saw that it's not necessarily so. You can be responsible and be an introvert at the same time. So let's continue this conversation to see how Era was able to go from My World to all the past tense. So stay hooked and let's get back to the conversation.
So yeah, for real, I'm really glad that I can look back on the relationship and see that there's almost nothing but good times. I mean, of course, things ended, so definitely there were some rough times.
Yeah.
But there is so much good that one can look back on, and it's a gift, honestly. So yeah, even though the healing process wasn't immediate or automatic, I'm glad that there's still that much to look back on.
Yeah. So when you say that you do not regret,
yeah,
I think I relate a bit with that.
Okay.
When I say I don't regret, I'm literally saying that if I go back in time, I'll still do it again. Yeah. And in my own past relationship, I could see the lessons. Like if I did not go through what I went through for the breakup and all of that, I don't think I would have learned some things I learned. That's why I was asking you that when you lost your world, where were you? Because for me, it was like a crumbling of an identity. Like this person was in the middle of my own world. That's how I looked at it. I mean, it's when I heard you are my world that I even realized that somebody can be your world. Well, this person was at the center of my world. Everything I did had a touch of this person. So when the person left, it was like an anchor left, and I had to literally rebuild myself. I had to literally start everything again from scratch. If you even see, it was, to some extent, it was even physical. There were documents I had to like strike names out, replace.
I can imagine.
And
I can imagine.
It made me personally to begin to focus on myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Part of the things I was doing at that time was because I thought that I can always catch up fast. I can always, heal fast, do things faster than. So let's push you, do this stuff, catch up, know what you want to do. Then, when you are already in motion, I will come along. That was it for me. So that's really it. How was it for you?
Yeah, I really think that's a good way to put it, because when that world came to an end, I was now forced to realize that, you still exist somewhere.
Yeah.
And I was now forced to try and decode where that was and realize that, okay, I'm no longer in the world that I was or the world that I made to be my world, but I'm somewhere. So I need to understand what that somewhere is and how it is for me. That involved healing. That involved getting to know myself more. That involved developing my relationship with God more. It's funny how Heartbreak has pushed so many people to
Good. So that was where I was going to touch on next.
Yeah.
What can you open up the process of what happened at that point to us? Like, we just say healing, and
Yeah.
people, when they hear healing, they don't really know the excruciating work it takes. Some people just think time. Some people just think time heals. Yeah. Remember, you said there was about 4 to 5 years in between the two songs. What were the activities happening in that span of time?
Valid. Well.
Wait, a funny question.
Okay.
Was there a rebound?
Was there? There was no rebound. Funny enough.
You're a strong man.
I'm telling you, there was no rebound. There almost was, maybe a year after. I don't know if you can call a year after a rebound.
I don't think so.
It depends.
It depends on whether you did the work.
That's true. It depends on whether you did the work. So I wouldn't say there was a rebound, at least for me, thankfully.
Okay.
And the things that needed to go into it, I would be maybe sincere to say not everything was as intentional as maybe it would be if I was in that situation now.
Okay.
But thankfully, God really helped. Like, a lot of things that needed to happen happened. Like, I thought through a lot of stuff more from the lens of being outside the world, looking into it and saying that, okay, this wasn't right, this was right, this was where you messed up, this was where maybe the other person messed up.
Yeah.
Places I saw that needed growth. I saw places that I needed to accept that are still hurting me, trying to deceive myself that are not hurting me anymore.
And that's what most people do.
Yeah.
When people break up, they start to count the mess ups of the other person.
Of the other person, yeah, exactly. And it's just like automatic and just trying to make sure you're reinforcing the fact that you're right in this whole thing. But then that doesn't lead to a healthy, in quote, healthy breakup or a healthy life after a relationship, which was one thing that I'm glad I got to. Evidence being you are my world epilogue. I'm in my world epilogue.
Yeah.
Because getting there wasn't an instant thing, but then we got there. We got there indeed. So
how did you know to do that?
Know to do I think at some point I realized that I can't continue in something just felt off in shrugging off some things. Like shrugging off things that seem like not everything is okay here. Maybe they're almost okay, but you can't just, like, for example, going into another relationship, there are things that I feel like I've not properly resolved in myself. Of course, it's not like maybe you can be 100% out of everything that you've felt before, but there are some core things that you would think that you would see the need to properly solve, at least to an extent, before moving on. Let someone not come in to your life and deal with baggage that exists that you could have dealt with.
So a very interesting question here.
Yeah.
There's this funny theory I have.
Okay.
I think that there's still a level of healing that you need, that you cannot do by yourself. Because in some sense, you need someone to trigger some things so that you know that there's something here.
That's true.
And you need the proper setting for those things to happen. If you are not in another relationship, there are some places that cannot be touched. Yeah, that's why I was asking you, how did you know to do that? Because most times, people think that healing is not feeling pain. By the time you get to the point where, I don't miss her anymore, or I don't feel the pain anymore, you have healed. That's not really it. I mean, when you understand that, I should analyze this relationship, take responsibility for my own mistakes, and definitely not take responsibility for that's another level that people don't understand. When people want to start tilting towards the side of taking responsibility, they want to take all the responsibility. Take responsibility for the part that is your problem, and don't take responsibility for
to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, bro.
Exactly. So I was saying that what was I even saying?
Taking the responsibility. How did I know to do this?
I was saying, how did you know? Then I was saying that
is in a relationship that you...
Yeah. I was not saying that is in a relationship. So how do you know what part to... You're not in a relationship now, are you?
No, I'm not.
So it means that there are probably some things.
Yeah, but funny enough, there has been one more relationship after that relationship. And that story for another project. But
so you mean that there's another project coming up?
I'm a disclaimer.
Wait,
It comes with the package, yo. At this point.
Wait,
Oh
are you
my
using
God.
people to write songs?
I'm not using.
Are you using people's daughters to write songs?
Oh God. No, all you daughters, take heed. No, don't take heed. Be
Take heed, guys.
don't. When they come, they come. But funny enough, truly, I saw that in the next relationship. Maybe there were some aspects where it revealed maybe slight pain or slight things that I said I would now look back on that I, as you said, couldn't even see with my own eyes, but from the lens of someone else. When I got into that other relationship, I saw things that I didn't see in the first relationship, but I saw that they were sharp present in the first relationship, and I'm like, oh, so this is another thing that maybe that person was dealing with from my end that may even have contributed to things going south. That's interesting. Things I learned about myself that I did not even realize were possible. Like I realized there were things and I just told myself that I don't have these issues, and also that I had them maybe just in different ways. And things I realized that I had not worked on myself enough or as much as I thought I had. So it really revealed a lot. It was interesting.
Yes, so we're just bantering you about using people to write songs, but on a serious note, it shows me a level of commitment. I mean, if a project can come out of your commitment, it means that, I mean, if you listen to the project, you can, like we started having this coffee and I was like, you were being very assertive about how you felt. It meant that you were really in these things. I mean, if you're playing like 2 or 3 girls and you're supposed to write a love song for one of them, and you're being as assertive as you were, then I will fear you.
Exactly.
Because how can you have the skill to...
that is next level. That's the next level. I don't want to know self.
There's a definition of love that I personally have. I want to share it with you and hear what you think about it.
Okay.
I think that love is your ability to learn a new language so that you can communicate with one person.
Interesting. That literally makes me remember the story of, I really don't know if this story is true or false, but it's probably popular. Story of people who are in a relationship, then the girl gets in an accident and loses her sense of hearing, and she goes to the guy, and the guy comes back a year later having learned sign language, just to show that he still wants to be with the person. So I think that's a very healthy definition.
I mean, if I
love,
want to use this definition to test whether you loved any of your exes, I will say that I can tell that you were able to recognize the language you learned and not just throw it away, because you respected the work you put into learning that language. And you know, we're not even talking about language, literally. You're talking about how to relate with a whole person. Once that project of that language comes down crashing, you have to, it means you have to learn another language. And I think one thing that breakup teaches people is it shows you what you will lose if you go that route again. It shows how it shows you the circle you are going to have to go through. I mean, if you are somebody that is committed to healing, you will be more careful in your next relationship.
You would. And it's a pros and cons thing. There's a level to which someone, first of all, on the first extreme is the whole mentality that some people will have. Thankfully, they have the mentality that, relationships should be for marriage and all, which is the healthy one. But then they take it to the extreme, an understandable extreme that I must have one. It must be one and done.
And I
don't want any other thing. And if they now get into a breakup, it's like, my life is shattered. But then, as we've said countlessly, the lessons you learn from them are some things that may not even be healthy to learn in a marriage, for example.
Thank you very much.
The other extreme,
thank you very much.
The other extreme now is that, relationships are for lessons. So let's just be going and going. So like 7 heartbreaks down the line, then I'll have all the lessons I need. That's also not healthy. So it's like there's
because
a balance.
let me start to talk from the
from the
second
first,
one you spoke about, which is people don't realize that the more relationship you go into, the more trauma you carry.
Yeah, true.
And trauma is based. When people hear trauma, they think it's something bad. Trauma can be good. Trauma is supposed to be a form of learning.
That's true.
That's true. When you were small, you saw a candle with fire lit on it, and your parents said, don't touch, and you go and touch it. It's going to burn you. That's a traumatic experience. But next time when you see it, you won't touch again. So I think trauma is a form of learning. Now, to the first one, that table, I think, is for Christians.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, they want to have clean slates. They want to be righteous.
Yeah.
They want to do it right from beginning, and I was caught in that trap too.
And it does happen. It's not like
it happens, but I don't think it is planned when it happens. Like you set out and say, I think that puts people into trouble.
True.
Because you are in a toxic relationship, you know that this thing that this person is doing is bad,
that's very,
and you have some form of forgiveness that is coming out from where I don't understand. That's where we begin to mix up forgiveness and boundary.
That's very true.
So you don't know how to draw boundaries for yourself again because you think you need to forgive.
Exactly.
You don't know where exactly your capacity of forgiveness is, because I think there should be a capacity. I
mean, forgiveness doesn't mean acceptance of everything.
Thank you.
It doesn't mean acceptance. You can forgive and break. Like, I don't hold anything against anyone who, let me see, any of my exes, for example. There's total forgiveness from my end, but some of those instances of forgiveness still needed like a breakup. So they are not counterintuitive. Some people really. It's funny how I've heard this thing where people are married, and some of the spouses are thinking like low-key praying that the other spouse passes on so that they can be free of this bondage. And as bad as that is, that's not the point. But the point is that some people assume that level of responsibility within a relationship before they are married, and
you're
it's
not
like that's crazy.
Covenant. I mean, even in a marriage, I think that there's still some form of boundaries that you can have.
That's true. That's true.
Not to talk of relationships. And I think you really cleared the point for me where you said that there's some things that you should not go and learn inside marriage. I mean, if you want to be serious with your marriage, if you are learning it in marriage, I don't even think you can learn it. because you're trapped at that point.
Yeah, that's very true.
Because if you want to give a very toxic definition of marriage, now I'm disclaimer, guys. I think marriage is a trap.
Marriage is a trap. Hear it and hear it well. Marriage is a trap that you put yourself inside.
Exactly. So, and you know why it is a trap? Not because of a bad reason, but because it's only a trap when you want to come out, you realize that you can't come out.
That's true.
In relationship is one leg in, one leg out.
Yeah.
You can,
and that's actually
when you are not comfortable, you can take your other leg and move. But once you are 2 legs in, is when you want to go out that you realize.
I think maybe a better way to say it now, marriage is a cage. Now, a cage can be for protection, a cage can be for entrapment.
Thank you very much. Now, remove my disclaimer. This is what I said. I said, I did not mean...
Don't worry, clickbait, chap.
I did not mean trap. I meant cage. A cage that you choose to go into that can even help protect you. Because, again, I think that there's nothing that can develop a human being better than relationships.
Oh, for sure.
And the highest level of relationship is marriage.
It's marriage.
Because that's where
things you cannot know everything about yourself before you get married.
You don't even know about yourself. Then how do you expect to know about the other person? So now I want us to now come back to this conversation, and I want to ask you that: did relationship, did the breakup, did it change you?
Did it change me? In what ways?
In every way, what ways will you say it changed you if it did?
Let me see. Well, so one would be the loss.
So it changed you.
I would say so. I would say so. If at all, first of all, if nothing else, the mentality of that first extreme mentality that I also had before, must be one, must be done. And it wasn't the one, and I'm like, okay, what now? Do we just go to the monastery? Because it didn't work out. And it's like, no. So it changed me. I would say it changed me in more positive ways. One, of course, the lessons that one learned, I think, changed me as well. But the breakup itself, which is, again, removing yourself from the world that you have immersed yourself in so much, it changed me in ways that I treasure. Because that time, it took me, again, gave me time to learn more about myself and learn more about my good sides, bad sides, pros and cons, how I live, and stuff like that.
Tell me one good thing you learned about yourself.
It can pass as both. I think I can have a long thread. I kind of knew it about myself before, but I didn't think it would go that extent. There's stuff that I can endure, in quotes.
You are long suffering.
Yo, oh, that's a line in one of my songs coming out. You don't even know. But for real, yeah, I guess so. So again, why it can act as both.
So I was going to ask for a bad thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing, because it can now be to a fault when it's not guided by wisdom and boundaries. To which the long suffering becomes unnecessary torture. So if it's not guided right and guided with the right things. But that was an interesting thing to learn about myself. I saw how far one could be stretched, and saw that at least when applied well, that can really be a helpful characteristic of a person.
So imagine learning that inside marriage.
It's God, you'll be telling the story.
I mean, you won't even be able to learn it, because
you will not be able to learn it.
If you're having issues with your spouse and that person knows that that's your weakness and your strength, the person can always use it against you.
That's very true.
So I've been listening to your album, Romeo, Juliet and God.
Love Tales, actually.
Is Romeo,
Juliet and God is part of Love Tales, but Love Tales itself is the one that has all the songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've been listening to it and it's been it's like a movie to me.
That's the goal.
It's like a movie to me. And sometimes and I came for your event.
Yeah, it was
year.
awesome to see you.
Yeah.
Is this year funny?
Was this year?
Yeah, is this year? It always feels
February,
like February. It always feels.
Yeah, it was this year.
Yeah.
I came for your event and there was this thing that you did that was quite interesting, where you were asking us, after performing each song, you asked us, do you think that this song is a true life story or fiction?
Yeah.
And it's really hard to decode. Guys, you guys need to listen to it. Listen to that album.
Oh my God.
And tell me. But before I continue with this, I want to ask you, because I know that people are watching this and they're hearing you say some things and they're like, Era they love.
I've gotten that so many times, it's crazy. It's like, I'm a human being.
like how does what like this guy does romance. Abi is just all this bless you, my sister kind of thing, yeah? So what do you have to say? I think I asked you something like that when I was talking about you being shy and all that.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
But what would you say to that kind of claim from people?
Yeah, I think it's first of all, I guess it's valid. From one aspect, I try to promote Christ in basically everything. So one would think this is the first disclaimer that is this might even make it into the intro. I'm not a gospel artist. I'm not a gospel artist, yeah. I'm a Christian first and foremost, which of course defines everything, but I'm not a gospel artist. I define myself as a secular artist.
Why? This guy will make us have another conversation.
Yo, that's it.
We're here to talk about love now. We'll have to talk about music.
But yeah, that's why I said it, because a Christian loves. A Christian has, in fact, love is one of the biggest deals to a Christian.
Agape love.
Exactly, agape love. But then they will get married. they'll get married. And sometimes it's part of the issues, I would say, that Christians face, not wanting to accept some of these seemingly carnal things that we would still need to interface with. In fact, even leaving things like love and romance, which is lacking in a lot of Christian marriages, which is not a good thing. It's a very, very valid aspect. But leaving things like that, bringing in things like grief, bringing in things like social injustice, bringing in things, there's so many aspects that the church is quiet about. And there's a level to which the church itself can be understandable that they are not big on them, because their own mentality or their own job is to equip the people that they are teaching to now be big on these things. I'm not trying to be one of those equipped people that's trying to talk about these various issues. Even though, for now, people just are starting to see me as a love guy, but there are so many other things.
So how I look at it is humans are social beings.
Mm-hmm.
So even in the church, interacting with another human is a social activity, not a spiritual activity, even though it can be spiritual. So even spiritual activities can
they're
be
not mutually exclusive.
Social. Do you get?
Very true.
So
very true.
We try to make it exclusive. And that's where I think we are missing it in a way. That thing you said is a very, very, very crazy claim to say that you are not, you may even get, maybe you may not, but when people say they are secular artists, a lot of Christians are pissed. Yeah?
Yes.
In fact, when people say that they listen to secular music, a lot of people are pissed. Like for me, people are very angry at me. I mean, because I do my own on another level. Like there was a time when I didn't used to listen to any form of secular music. I just listen to only gospel music, because I just feel like, oh no, let's worship God. Let's not listen to any unclean thing. But at some point, I started learning that, you can actually curate your songs. Listen to very clean music and all that. Then there was this thing that pastors were preaching, that the vessel matters. So you can see a secular artist that sings immoral songs. Even if the person sings something that makes sense, don't listen to that person. But I now graduated from that point of listening to curated artists, Johnny Drill, Chike, and I'm mentioning Chike very intentionally. Because somebody can brand himself as clean and be unclean.
That's true. That's very true.
You will not know. And this is not me judging Chiki. I'm not even talking about all of us are unclean. We're all not fine. But I'm just making the arguments for the against the arguments where you say the vessel. Because for me, I think that I left that place to a place where I can listen to anybody. Because I believe that music is a form of art. I believe that everything is spiritual, but music is a form of art. And if you're going to stand before anybody's art in a gallery, you will not say, the person that painted this thing is unclean, he's a Muslim, or he's a Buddhist. I will not interact with the art. Why can't I interact with people's art? So we read books that are not written by Christians. Does that make the book unclean?
That's true.
So I mean, when I can listen to anybody, so long the song is clean and it makes sense to me, I can interact with it. But now we bring that our righteousness clean slate mentality that we take to relationships and put it on everything. So if this song is not written by a pastor or written by so now a pastor now can come out and sing the secular songs, but a secular person cannot sing a gospel song. Me now, I'm even at a dangerous point. I'm at a very dangerous point where I think that a secular, somebody you have written off, you think is a bad person, can write a gospel song.
Interesting.
Because for me, it's the lyrics that matters. If this guy sings a clean, like, he picks up a hymn and records it. I think the person that faces this a lot is what's his name? The bipolar guy.
Capaldi.
Kanye West. Kanye West. So Kanye West comes out, drops a very excellent album with very clean lyrics, and he says it's gospel, and people are bash me. I think I don't have a problem with that. I know that all people will bash me. If I don't even want to put Era in trouble, people should not really know what Era thinks. Just come for me directly. So I think that was an interesting detour to say that you are a secular artist and your job is to basically. Now I'm saying this, that I think your job from the church, if we were to look at things ideally from within the church, your job should be to redefine what love is.
Yeah.
And when people hear that, I don't know why you guys like being safe in this life. I'm going to say something dangerous again, yeah?
Oh, go for it.
When the shortcut for people saying that this song is bad is that somebody said bum bum there or breast, yeah? But why can't you say bum bum and breast?
Is that a question I should answer?
Yes, please tell me.
Well, from the Christian worldview, it would be on the spot. I would say one of the reasons would be something like, first of all, not vulgarity, but something like it. What is considered vulgarity, to be honest, has changed over the years and will always change over the years. But the theme about it in the Bible, I would say, is that the Bible is against uncouth things coming from your mouth. And I think there are some things that could be said that in one environment it is acceptable and in another it's unacceptable. For example, context.
Thank you, because that's where I'm going to. Yeah. I'm not saying we should be vulgar. I'm just saying that we oversimplify things.
True.
If you look at Songs of Solomon, you see breast there.
It's how the Jewish people don't allow their children read it until they are 13 or so.
Good. You see, my point is that you see breast there, but the context that you see there is not vulgar.
Exactly.
So if I think you told me that you write songs for people, so I can hire you to write a song for my girlfriend or for my wife or something. And I tell you to put a line there that you satisfy me with your breast or something like that.
Yeah.
Does that make the song now immoral?
It's interesting. I personally, I think I've thought about this, as you can imagine, and I've thought about the fact that within a certain context, that context being maybe marriage. Let's use marriage as a context. Within a certain context, I think intimate songs are allowable for your wife or for your husband. Bringing me into to write is a different conversation itself that we can think about. But that song in itself, I don't think it makes it immoral. But if you put something like that out, now,
good. That was my next question.
Yeah, it now changes the context. It changes the context for people who are in your same situation can use the song, but then people who are not can also use the song, and it puts them at risk. The fact that it puts them at risk of giving them a chance to either use this song to commit a sin against God or allow this song make them or lead them into committing a sin is where the responsibility now falls on the person that is putting it out. Of course, again, there's a limit to which you can limit people from using your art or whatever you put out. Like, if somebody goes and plays something like Romeo, Juliet and God in a strip club, I will not kill myself because, I didn't make it for stuff like that. But you can't predict what people will do. But then at the same time, there's a level to which, at some point, you can be held accountable. At some point, you can't be. So that's my opinion on it, Cha.
So how?
Yeah.
I know we've really veered off here, but I think this is very important.
It is.
How do we now? Because if we are trying to take over, I don't know. I don't even like the word take over here. If we're trying to redefine things in the world, and we're trying to be very safe, we're not going to be so effective.
Okay. Depends on your definition of safe. Let me get it well.
Good. So I'm saying that. Good. So I'm trying to think about your songs, but I can't even remember the lyrics now. But basically what I want to say is you listen to a Johnny Drill now and it sounds clean. Yeah. You know he's a Christian and all that. Yeah. You may be in that line, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know if in your album, you say a lot of Jesus, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that now we still want to be safe to still keep putting the name of Jesus, love,
True.
Jesus is between us in the love. Like,
Yeah.
we're not putting out purely
Like-
secular things, like, that obviously hold the value of Christ,
Yeah.
but not necessarily painted with...
Because the truth is, if they're painted with Christ on the front cover, the people that we want to change their mind points, they will not listen to it.
So that's what I mean by safe. I was trying to tell you
Okay.
what I meant by safe. And
That
that's
makes
what we
sense.
like to do a lot. We like to be safe. So that's why I was going to the extreme of saying that sometimes when you say breast, safe is not necessarily...
Yeah.
Do you know that there are people... I've had conversations with people, and their level of cleanness makes some things they say sound different. You can be talking to somebody and I think that's even what's happening. I'm saying breast.
Yeah.
And it's not sounding
Cringe. It's not
like
actually.
you get.
Yeah.
But most times when people just we have created that brand for ourselves that when we would, if you just hear breast or something, you
Holy
want
Ghost.
to oh,
Blood of Jesus.
I need to
cover
cleanse
me
my
now.
mind from
I said, something that God created.
So I believe that this part of the conversation should help people realize that, again, I think it's laziness on the parts of Christians. They can't search for good Christian music. Guys, go and listen to Romeo, Juliet, and Co. Like, you get, we don't know how to search for music. We just listen to the ones that are popular.
That's true.
There are really
That's
good
true.
alternative artists out there that are doing really good work. We don't know how to find them.
And it's not that hard, though.
It's not
painful.
even that hard.
Yeah.
So let's go back to our
We're back, guys. We're back.
back to love and heartbreak.
Yeah.
So I was asking if it changed you, and you said it changed you. You're talking about how it changed you. Now you have made music from certain milestones in your life.
Yeah.
How do you think your next babe is going to interact with this music?
So valid. So valid.
Or will you now tell her that, okay, now you're my world?
Oh, the amount of times one has thought
Because
about this.
I can do that.
Yeah, exactly.
I can
You
do that. I can send it
You can.
to my babe now.
Yeah.
And no, let me never use that example. Somebody can send this to their babe now, and if they break up, they can send this to their next babe, and nobody knows. But you wrote the song.
True. That's true. And it's public. Well, it's public knowledge that it's from a place and from a real place, even if it wasn't self. So someone else comes into my life. Personally, I wouldn't, if I am trying to, maybe in a special situation, communicate my love for this person. Ideally, I'm going to write a different song for that. In fact, I'm looking forward to the day that I'll write this. The song I'll write for my wife, but I don't know if I'll put it out, if I'm being honest. I don't know if I'll put it out because there's a level of extra sacredness I want her to have.
And I think we're going back to this music thing we just left now, because I start having a different sense of songs. Most times when we hear songs, artists is supposed to be put out and people are supposed to listen to it and it's supposed to blow. Like, why would you write a song and hide it? Yeah. And again, I'm also thinking that, bro, can you write something better than my world?
Oh my God.
And you don't even sound scared. Like, you're not even afraid that, oh boy, wait.
Have I peaked there?
You get?
Understandable.
That song is...
Honestly, in fact, to answer that question in itself, I don't know if I would say I would write a song that's better, but I would say that song I wrote, disclaimer, that's not the only song I wrote for that relationship, in that relationship. But that song, I felt like that was our song there. And when I get to the person that I will be with, by God's grace, I really do trust God that He's going to give me the
I join my faith with yours.
Thank you. Because if He gives me that song, it's going to be our song in the sense that it fits who we are in that context, just either in the same way or in a better way, but to an extent in the same way or in its in a peculiar way, just like my world fit the relationship I was in then. I will be honest, there was a time where in my last relationship, it's funny how towards the end of it, a very beautiful song came to me that I wanted to make that the song for our relationship. And the relationship broke off. And for a while, I was considering holding that song off for
next one.
the next one. And I struggled because, it's so good. I'll put it out soon. But at some point, I got convicted that, there's a kind of fear. Don't be afraid. What is going to come for that one will come for that one. This one, there's no way, no how that even if nobody knows, you're going to know that this thing was meant to be for someone else. Now it's for this person. You know. And there's a level of dishonesty that's going to put in you. And last, if you're a proper person, you even tell your wife about it or something, and then she would also know.
Because
just
that
let it
would
go.
be a form of cheating.
Honestly,
you're not living in the moment, and I think that's part of what we're talking about when we're saying that when you break up, you have to go full circle, because a relationship is like building another world.
Very true.
Let me share a personal experience. So my babe just told me about her ex, and she tells me, there's this thing he does to me when he wants to make me smile. Yeah. And obviously, I also want to make her smile. So I start to do that thing.
Interesting.
And at some point, I was not just comfortable with it. Like, this is not my invention. This is not, I didn't make this. Why am I doing this? So one day I had to come and say, see, I don't think I can do this thing anymore. I'm going to bring my own. I'm going to make my own. Yeah. And I know it should make you smile. Yeah. I mean, that's the hard work of relationship. We can't be bringing past questions.
What worked here? What past questions is crazy, yeah.
We can't be bringing past questions. And it's like how lecturers use 19-something notes to... And I think it's the pervasive laziness now. People are lazy in relationship to create experiences because they are afraid. Do you feel that fear? That if I give my all again, in fact, I think I feel it. It is after valid. This podcast, I'm going to do something that I will even say it here. I'm going to do something that I was holding off doing. Yeah. Okay. When I love someone, I like to draw the person a lot.
Oh man. Yeah.
And in my current relationship, I've not drawn my babe. I've been afraid. I draw that person to the point where I can draw them without looking at them. Wow. Because I just know the features on the face and I can put it together and you'll be able to see that this is the person, yeah? So I found myself starting to hold back so that I will not go and give my all again and find myself in a place where I have to circle back, keep some things away, and start. So I didn't want to create some memories again. So how do you deal with that?
It's interesting, really, because the truth, two things I would even want to say to that. The truth is there's a level to which relationships, at least a segment, will never leave you and will never leave the experiences you've had.
So you have to keep healing,
you have to keep healing. But then one thing, what this question even prompts me to even say that you were talking about before, that also links to that, was the part of what's the word? The core of how someone likes to either receive love or express love is different from the maybe peculiar ways which it is expressed, like the story that you shared now. That could be at the root, maybe it could be at the root, it could be the way that she could like to receive love, but then it was expressed in a certain way. That certain way is peculiar to somebody, but at the root, maybe it's a quality time thing. Just an example, but maybe it's a quality time thing.
Fall back to our definition, my definition of love.
Learning the language, And then there's also learning the language that you love as well. For example, this drawing thing. For example, my writing songs for people thing. It's really real because putting yourself out there is not an easy thing to do over and over again, which is why you even understand how some people even advise the whole one-time thing.
Yeah.
But it's not an easy thing to do over and over again. But then it's still, I would say if it's not done to that level, then it's not love yet. Like, because love is properly going all out. The biblical definition is literally death. God so loved the world
going
that
all
he
out,
gave.
but there should be a boundary when it's not marriage.
Oh yeah, that's true. In fact, so indeed, the what is the word? Ultimate boundary of that and goal of what love is between a man and a woman would be marriage. It all kind of ties together. But yeah, that's valid. But then what I mean by going all out is trying your best to show this thing.
Give your all.
To really give your all. So I think I would not be honest if I say I have not struggled with the mentality, because I think maybe subconsciously, it definitely took me longer time to write a song for the next person I was in a relationship with than the initial person. But at the same time, I think I got to a point to see that, yeah, it's still the way I choose to express my love for this person.
And it's proof of healing. I mean,
it is, yeah,
because
that's very
I
true.
think this conversation just brought me face to face with that part of me, and I'm challenging myself to go and face it.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I'm challenging myself to go and face that.
Yeah.
So I will now go into a very touchy part.
Sure.
I think all of what we've been talking about leads to why elders and pastors will say, "Oh, don't have sex before marriage." People really, I think when they are saying don't have sex before marriage, they really don't explain the consequences. They just, hey, don't touch that fire. And sometimes it's when people touch it
the fire
that they realize, because I've heard people say, one of my very good friends met me recently and said, "Gabriel, continue with that thing you're doing. Like, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it, bro."
Oh my God.
And I'm like, okay, why you telling me now not to do it? Yeah, because at some point recently, I got tired.
Yeah.
Like,
Come on, real talk, bro.
I'm not even the best guy. I've not had sex, but I'm not a saint. I've done things. Yeah. And let me say my story a bit.
Yeah.
I decided not to have sex after secondary school. When I was leaving secondary school, I was going to have sex a lot. But when I stayed at home for a year, and I mean, my guys were ahead of me, there was no time. I was just trying to catch up, so I just let's leave that one for a bit. I don't want to have sex again. And the reason I gave myself was because I know myself to an extent, and I know that I can be an extremist, and I can compare a lot.
Like that. Oh, yeah.
Even on basic things, I compare. So the very dumb reason I gave myself, which is smart and I think it helps me a lot, is that I don't want to taste anybody until I taste my wife, so that I will not have any basis for comparison. And people say that men like to taste different soups. So I told myself that yes, people like variety, So I told myself that I will just marry a good chef. That knows my taste and can cook the varieties for me. Because I think in marriage now, which is part of what's causing a lot of problems, sex is a very serious thing that causes a lot of we don't have these conversations a lot. Most of my friends would tell me they don't want to marry virgins.
Wow.
Most guys don't want to marry virgins.
I've heard that.
Because the experience. But I think about it in the light of I don't mind marrying a virgin. I don't mind marrying somebody that's not a virgin too. But because of the arguments that they are bringing, my own counter arguments will be that we're supposed to learn this thing together. I may be a rookie now. I'm sure I'm I may be a rookie. But the goal is to, learn this thing together. And I was talking about sex, how that when people are talking about don't touch this thing, they're not really telling us they're not telling us anything. They're just saying don't do this. And people end up doing it because they say don't do it.
Yeah, that's very
Like
true.
Eve.
I writing a song
No
about
shades to
Eve,
Eve.
funny enough. Oh,
So what do you think about that?
it's. I think it's valid. I've seen that why issue a lot, and I think it's been shunned. Somebody was saying something that the generation before us, the question they were concerned with was how, for some reason. But then our generation is more of why.
Why?
And the how generation is not really equipped to deal with the why generation. So they just teach what they know, the hows. The why is like, why do you need to know why? Just do it because we tell you to.
Yeah. My
And
mom
then,
told me and it worked, so just do
at
it.
all.
And I'm like, why?
Sadly, we're a little bit more inquisitive, and that inquisition drives some of us to see why for themselves. Another thing I'll say is a general phrase that is I've come to see is a little wrong. Experience is the best teacher.
Yeah,
Now,
I agree.
I am not sure if I agree fully anymore. I think experience is by the best teacher. I would say it teaches you, It teaches you, but at a cost. And I think every lesson you learn will probably be at a cost one way or the other.
Sorry, I want to check my camera.
So I'm glad that still we're good. But yeah, I think experience teaches you quite all right. Probably it's possible that actually teaches you the lesson the best, but sometimes the cost is like private school money, that kind of thing. And there are lessons you could have learned, maybe not as in depth, but almost as in depth for a far lesser cost. So, for example, something like sex now, people are telling you that you don't do this thing. Those are the people that are being honest, and I treasure the fact that you even have this kind of people in your life, because there are people that will not be honest and be like, yeah, we're still the variety people.
Yeah. They're actually not honest. Yeah. They know that I shouldn't have done this, but it's like they're trying to recruit more guys.
Yeah,
like,
true. So
like,
it actually helps them feel a little better
yeah.
themselves and this and that. So I really do agree that there's a level to which. One thing I've also noticed is that many of the people that tell us not to do these things, they have been trained to paint themselves as perfect and paint themselves as like they have scars. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them have scars, but they don't want to tell you about. They don't want to
show the scars.
Exactly.
And I think showing the scars will even help reinforce their message.
Honestly, showing the scars helps. Like showing that, I'm telling you not to do this thing. This is why I'm telling you to do this thing. I have lived doing this thing, and now I know that I should not have, but I've already done it. You don't have to go through the same thing, but people try to still paint themselves as good or as pure, and it drives some people towards this thing.
That's like their righteous ministry. It's like they are trying to save themselves. It's like they're trying to pay like a penance for the things that they have done.
True.
So they are using you as a project to say,
Exactly.
I did this. My walk to the Lord now is to save a lot of people. And it looks like they're trying to take away people's experiences. That's the first thing that people perceive. That's why they don't even agree with them. Because, okay, when I run this thing,
we know
we know say una run this thing and you don't want me to run it. Like why? That's why I want to go and run it. And I think that's. So I want you to tell me
to another extent. Though, I would still say maybe trying to play both sides. That in recent years, at least in my experience, I've seen more people try. I've seen more people try to be more honest to the wise. Yeah. I've seen more people try to be more honest about their experiences of how they felt, and sometimes it works more, I would say, but it still doesn't work for everybody. There's some people that will still be like, I don't care.
Yeah. So I also realized that the reason why there's a lot of sex on the streets now is more than just the desires. There's the biological desire. Like I was saying earlier that I just felt like I was tired lately. Like very, I'm very like, real. Bro, my body feels like So I realized that the reason why we have a lot of sexual activities on the streets, and I'm using the streets very deliberately because I think I'm writing a book now. The title is The Economy of the Streets.
Interesting.
I think that love, money, sex, and power has it's a way that it goes round in the streets.
Yeah.
And the street is not the place where it's just the street. The street is actually a system that is in all of us. So it's not place for bandits and bad people that steal there. So it's a mentality that all of us have in us. And when we cannot understand that we need to get out of the streets and find love, it's really a problem. So I realized that there's a lot of sex on the streets, not because of the desire for sex, but mostly because of trauma.
Really?
So a father is not present to build the daughter's identity properly. She goes to the streets, a boy tells her, I love you, you have nice shape, and small like that. He has sex with her. And the trauma, most times we think trauma is when the bad thing happens to you. But sometimes trauma is when the bad thing almost happened to you.
Ooh, interesting.
So imagine a car almost hitting you, then somebody just comes and pulls you off. You're already, there's a level of trauma there.
There's a level of trauma there. That's
so
true.
Imagine now the father at home does not do the proper work of building the daughter's identity. Then a boy, she starts to find it in a boy out on the streets. He starts to tell her all the good things and all that stuff. Then one day, he just touches her breast. She didn't expect that. She was already safe.
Yeah.
Even if it does not continue, even if he does not get to sex, even if nothing happens, there's a form of trauma there.
That's true.
And if she does not deal with that trauma, she's going to get to a point where she's going to have sex.
That's true.
And at some point, the reason why some people continue to have sex is because I've done it. Like, before they were covering up with I've never done it, the righteous clean slate. So when the slate is no more clean, then what are we still... I think that was when the definition of sexual purity now started coming up.
Yeah.
That is not really about virginity. Like it's about, keeping yourself and having boundaries.
True.
So I think that if it was just desires, it's the rate of sex on the streets now will not be as much as now.
As it is.
It goes both ways, even for guys. Maybe one auntie touched one boy when he was small.
Yeah.
And from
happens
there...
so much more than I thought. Jesus Christ.
From there, and because guys are trained not to speak.
Yeah.
And from there, the guy goes rogue. He just thinks that anything in skirt is supposed to be...
It's a real issue.
It's a real issue, and I think we should start having these conversations. You must not even have it on the podcast. You can talk to somebody. It's one by one that we keep. And I think I've enjoyed this conversation a lot. I want you to tell me about the song Desperate.
Desperate for you.
Yeah, it feels like you're desperate about somebody else. I was like,
okay. I'll be real. Desperate is purely fiction. I'm sorry.
That's heartbreaking.
I'm sorry.
I will not ask you for the rest again. You guys should go and listen to.
Oh my god, man! But I mean, in fact, it even started from the beat stuff. It was crazy.
Yeah, I'm listening.
It was a sweet song. I mean, it started from the beat, and I remember writing to it, and I think the chorus came first. Desperate for you. Man, interesting. Okay, I wrote the whole thing. I wrote verse 1, verse 2, and that was the end of the song, actually, for the most part. But when I was putting out, I wrote it probably in like 2018-ish, thereabout. Yeah, it's been quite a while. But then when I was putting out the song and the project last year, no, not just then last year, long before when I was considering the song, going over the song again, as part of a lot of stuff that happened, I felt like I desired, though I'm a secular artist, I really desire all my music to have messages, as we said, even grounded in Christ. So I was like, this song as it is, it's nice. It doesn't, I wouldn't say it has a message like that. Even if it paints desperation as an okay thing, especially with the upbeat thing and all that. And it's like, yeah, there's a level to which you can see somebody even listening to this song and be like, okay, somebody can relate to me. I'm desperate for this person. I don't know. Let's keep riding with it. But then I now went further. Oh, I'll share something, maybe. But I now went further to say, how can we give this song a message to an extent? And I thought about the actual thing, desperation. And when I thought about it more, and I realized that I'm actually glad that to a large extent I was not, I didn't feel this. This is not a true life story, because it can be a really painful
real.
place to be.
That was real.
Because let's go back to the example that you stated. A girl didn't get love at home. Someone starts to show her love, or what she believes is love, and she wants more, but she's not getting it. And she sees someone that she wants that love from, but she's not getting it. She sees that person is showing that same love to someone else because of a certain way that the person is, dresses, behaves, and she's like, okay, let me try and tweak myself to that person so that this person can start noticing me. And then a cycle that she doesn't realize has started, not cycle, a slope she doesn't realize she started on, goes down, and before you know it, she's someone that she does not recognize, and she gets what she wanted, and she now realizes, what I wanted is not even cool self. So it's like a lose-lose. And again, it also happens to guys, that's for sure.
And interestingly, from the picture you just painted now, you can see that all of this slope started from the absence of a father.
See,
very simple.
The role of fathers, I'm realizing these days.
And it's not only the role, even mothers have their
role. Of course.
But I'm just saying that there's something that the family does. Like if we do not go back to proper family structure, there's going to be a lot of societal mess. Like,
we may not have seen the worst of it, man.
Yeah.
If we're not careful. And it's a lot of responsibility.
No, that's why I love what you're doing as a secular artist. I think secular artists that are Christians should be more deliberate. It's not just about music. Is not just about even the gospel artists.
Exactly.
I mean, I've had a lot of fights. Even the gospel songs are just about saying Jesus. So
that's true.
It's like
that's
gospel
true.
song is about saying Jesus, and secular song is about not saying Jesus. And I think it's more deeper than that. When we understand where the society is going, there's this quote, I don't know if you have heard it. I can't quote it directly, but it says, I don't want to write the laws of a nation. I just want to write the songs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I've not heard it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
If you can Google it.
I'm going to research that for sure.
And the guy was basically saying that the laws don't really matter because the people listen to the songs more. You can change the people's mindsets more from the songs.
Very true.
Than
I've actually heard something
than from the Constitution.
Yeah. Because nobody reads the Constitution.
Yeah, nobody reads it. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
But people really consume a lot of music.
That's true.
And when I heard Romeo, Juliet, and God, that particular body of that EP under
Love Tales.
It made sense to me, and I felt like I really wanted to have a conversation to see the thoughts that were going through your mind. So I'll ask you the final question. But before I ask you that final question, do you have anything to say about love?
Okay.
Because you were saying that you are now becoming. This was behind the scene.
Yeah.
That is like you are now becoming a love guy, and you may be releasing love projects, and it's like you're building a brand behind that.
Yeah. Honestly, I was a little annoyed about that because I wanted to put out so much more last year, but I couldn't. So most of what I've put out recent times is love based, and it seems like, I'm that guy. I'm like, I'm not that guy, but at some point it's like, it's not bad to at least be partly that guy, because that guy is scarce, in quotes. So a lot of projects like that will be coming out. But what I would say about love, this whole this phrase that Christians like to lord around, God is love, is it's just like I beg.
Yeah.
To a lot of people, like, what does that even mean? And it's really true. It's really true. I would say I would still come back to at least a slightly less spiritual answer, but then I think it supersedes, because it's really true. If you hold to the fact that the things that were said are true, then you now see the actual truth behind the fact that God is love and His nature is love. And I think that love is something that should be learned. I've talked about love
cultured.
And learning. Exactly. And ideally, you should learn experience for love. I wouldn't say experience is the best teacher for love, but I would say actually. But then, if that's going to be the case, then it needs to be someone who knows what love is that will guide you through that experience. And I would say the best person to do that would be God. Through his word and all that, you can see the fact that everything, the value is pushed behind them, the actions that have been
I mean, even
done.
in the Bible, there's a place
Yeah.
that explicitly says what love is.
Yes.
You can give up your body to be burnt.
Yeah.
You can give all your money to the poor and all that, and still not
There's
love.
no kind.
But they say love is patience, love is kind,
I mean,
long suffering,
it defines it,
long
yo.
suffering.
long. And it's funny how there's both patience and long
Yeah.
suffering in that place, man. So love is, but I would say, apart from that, I would say love is a lot. And like the line of, so I have a song coming out, it's called When It's Love. That's probably my best song from the entire project. And the first line is, love is not a feeling, it's a choice. And the second verse, that's with love is not a feeling, it's a life. But it's I think that's one of the biggest things that our generation and society as a whole needs to unlearn, I mean. That it's not the feelings of love, emotional feelings, they are not what love is. It's a part of it, but then it's not even the major part. Love is a choice. Because despite all the feelings you may feel now, fast forward, let's say everything goes well, fast forward 7 years, you guys are married, there's no way. Those feelings are going to reduce to an extent. And even if they don't reduce, they're going to evolve.
They're going to change.
Yeah. And
they're going to be ups and downs.
yeah, and in those ups and downs, there's a level to which those feelings will keep you. Those feelings probably won't keep, because those feelings, you'll not be feeling them. What you'll be feeling is something different. Something like rage, something like disappointment, something like hurt. So in those times, it's the choice aspect of love that will keep the love sufficient, that will keep the love thriving, that can even allow for the feelings to come again. So the feelings are very, very important. I think that's something that some people are also, when they're trying to speak on love being a choice, they underplay the part of the feelings. They're important and they were put there for a reason. But the choice aspect of love is truly more important. So something like choosing to wait for someone till marriage is a choice aspect. It probably goes against the feeling that we may have, but the choice aspect that is based on respect, based on honor, based on the prospective downsides if it's not done. When you choose not to hit somebody, for God's sake.
Yeah.
In fact. So basically, a choice. I would say love is a choice beyond anything. A choice to put somebody first before yourself. A choice to uphold the values of, uphold the betterment of someone over what might be beneficial to you. And love is just being there for them even when it's inconvenient for you. And all these things, they go beyond the feelings. The feelings help, but then the choice is really important. So
Makes a lot of sense. So
That's
my
nice.
final question.
Sure.
What caused your breakup?
Did we go there?
Yeah,
We went
the one that brought the
Interesting.
the project.
Yeah. So funny enough, it's a very funny, simple answer. 3 words. Romeo, Juliet, and God.
Oh my God. I didn't see that coming. So, but guys, I think if you listen to Romeo, Juliet, and God, you can tell. Go and do your investigation. Take care of your mind. You can like, subscribe, share this podcast to your friends. Yo.
Please do.
Peace, guys.
Bye.
Different voice from the one I know. I shouldn't follow, but I want to. It's telling me that I should go for it, and I do. And oh my God, it's magical. I feel I'm in a dream, and anything is possible as long as she's with me. But deep within my heart, I hear that first voice echoing. It's calling out to me. Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou? Calleth you daily, hearken to my sound. This maiden you have chosen to love may not